All right, I hit the streaming button.
Ooh, let's see.
Oh, I got my curse word in just in time. I didn't write up my geeky speak or anything. I'm really out of practice.
I got mine. There we go.
Oh, I can't even find my note.
I have to write my stuff down.
Last time I was on the show, well, there was the Olympics.
Yep. Ugh.
I've watched so many things since then. Do I remember them?
I can't
Is
tell
a
you.
good question.
Ooh, I can access more tools in mod view.
That's true.
I don't know what that means.
Moderator. I was just being a dick. I'm sorry. I know you know that part.
Yeah, Billy would say the same joke.
It was.
Oh, by the way, you need to turn your volume down.
Me?
Whose volume?
Somebody who's got the stream up, because I'm hearing a echo.
No, my volume is down.
I don't know how to do. I don't know how to change mine. Hold on.
Let me see if.
Do you have Twitch open?
No.
Then you don't have to worry about it.
No. Okay.
Ask
Okay.
Carol.
No, it was me. The mod view. No, normally that's something that's new. Where the mod view has apparently started to. Oh, we got black screen. There we go.
Started the black screen. Damn.
The no, the mod screen was apparently playing the audio, which is a new thing. Normally it doesn't for me. Anyway, I've gone ahead and muted the site, so that will solve that problem.
Pointed that out.
What's it?
I said thank you to whoever, to Rich who noticed that. Good job, Rich.
Yeah,
Thank
Rich
you.
noticed he was doing
Yep.
something bad. Yes.
Yep.
I thought you said. I originally thought you said that somebody said, "Hey, echoey."
Nope, that with me. All right.
That would mean someone have to be listening.
Yeah, we just barely fired up.
I
I know, right?
Well, you know, the group was, are you sure you guys are streaming? I'm like, well, right now we're doing Patreon stuff. Oh, I should tell them that we're live now.
Nope, we are live. Woo!
Welcome to you live from the General Mid-Atlantic region. Sort of. No, y'all are like the South? Straight up the South? North Carolina's the South, right?
North Carolina is the South.
We are in the North Carolinas, yeah. Which is weird because I don't think of Virginia like as being South, but in the Civil War they were South, weren't they?
Once
Yep.
you get past Fredericksburg, it's
Richmond
the
was
South.
the capital of the Confederacy.
Yeah,
Yes, it was.
yeah, that is weird because it's North and South, but was, but it was that delineation seems like it's far more north of the middle of the country than it should have been.
Virginia is roughly 200 miles up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Exit 130 is Fredericksburg.
Mm-hmm.
Fredericksburg is where Virginia really becomes the South.
Okay. Yeah.
So 70 miles of Virginia is the North.
But then it goes all the way down to the bottom of Florida, which seems like it's far longer than Fredericksburg to the tip of Maine.
Well, except that, Billy Flynn and I used to argue kind of over what was the definition of the South before, the Mason-Dixon line, et cetera, right?
Mm.
And what we have finally agreed to is, this is good. If you go into a restaurant and you ask for tea and you get sweet tea by default and they don't ask you what you want to do in the South,
You're in the
otherwise
South.
you are not.
Yes.
Yep.
And that experience can occur, regardless of geography, but it's generally in the South.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
When we came from when we first arrived in North Carolina, the first restaurant we stopped at was a Bojangles because I'd never seen a Bojangles before, and it was one of those old Bojangles that was like a steamship.
Nice.
And I'm from Colorado, where you
that.
sweeten your own damn tea. And I ordered an iced tea, and I almost went into diabetic shock. I was like, oh my God.
Yeesh.
Well, that's what finally did it, because when I was telling her that Maryland wasn't the South and she's arguing about the whole Mason-Dixon line, I'm like, if I walk into a restaurant and order tea and they don't make me sweet, it's not the South.
Yeah. And I conceded that point.
Which is fair.
And Maryland was definitely a state divided. I mean, we could go in.
Well, I mean, all the states were divided in some way, shape, or form, but there was a clear delineation between North and South, but it just wasn't all that clear. It was much more in mentality and, whether they wanted to own other people.
Yikes! Way to take it to that level.
Wow.
Podcasting's Rich Siegfried.
Hi, kids. Welcome to the show.
So Dune
You keep me
3.
long enough that I could come up with my geeky suite.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about the repercussions of the Southern
And then we got into
ecosystem.
Reconstruction era.
Let's talk about something that's a little bit more easier to digest. So, the Middle East, huh?
How about those gas prices, kids?
Don't forget on Tuesdays to turn into Rich's Confederacy Caucus.
Look, I ain't that white. I live in the South, but I ain't from the South.
I'm from the South.
I was gonna say, I thought you were from North Carolina.
No, I'm California. California born and raised until halfway through my
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Hey, Rich,
Hmm?
Rich, do the smirk at her.
The California smart.
See? California.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Hey, pull out your phone and act like time stopped.
Wow.
Not for you, dumbass.
Oh, okay.
You still get
You
that
said
talking.
pull. You said pull the phone out, but then so I was thinking like a police squad, credits rolling kind of a situation,
Time
and then
doesn't
like
stop in police squad.
No, just the people do.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's totally ridiculous. Let me know when you're ready.
yeah,
Ready?
Yeah,
get to go whenever.
cool. Ides and go seek. It's GRD Sweekly. See, it's a March joke.
Nice.
I like it. I like it.
I like it. Hello, everyone. All the boys and girls, all the ships and sea and stuff. Welcome to Geek Radio Daily episode number.
3,
Read his fingers.
5, 3, 8.
Yeah, 353. 3538. 3538. We're the fine folks from GeekRadioDaily.com.
189.
Should have done that.
Welcoming you to the sense that is pretty much non here. The folks bring it to unite. The woman who occasionally has doubts, it's the Flintstress.
I seem to be inept at everything except my work. I'm good at my work, so I confine myself to that.
The thoroughly modern lady, it's Carol the Cat.
I arouse quickly, consummate prematurely, and can't wait to get my clothes back on and get out of that bedroom.
The man who's getting a little dismayed is podcasting Rich Siegfried.
The whole world's people are becoming mass-produced, programmed, numbered, insensate things.
And I'm the guy who enjoys things. I'm the wonderful Billy Flynn.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like the sound of that. I like the feel of that.
It's good.
Like the taste of it, the texture.
The smell.
I feel like those are all from something, and I don't know what it is. Is that a game where people guess now? Or no?
I mean, you could. Well,
Understand.
your three are from something. Mine is someone whose birthday it is. But your three are all from the same thing.
And it's no one's birthday. Anyway.
No, it is someone's birthday, and that's the intro for me. Is the person whose
But
birthday
it is not one of our
Someone's
birthday.
No, not one of yours.
Yeah.
Important people.
Being good.
Whoever's listening and it's your birthday, happy birthday to you.
God, they said happy birthday to me. That's awesome.
Yay! From us at GRD. So.
Happy birthday!
GRD.
Insert your name.
GERD. From us at GERD.
Happy birthday to Mr. Black.
Are you supposed to say what you been doing, geeky sweeky yo?
I did.
Or whatever you say.
I did.
Mhm.
I
Oh, you
absolutely
did. I
did.
missed it.
I
Me
know.
too. Well, actually, I've been doing a ton of geeky stuff. I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever because I've been. My kid
Seen you on forever.
Debbie has like a whole bunch of homework, and so yeah, sixth grade is fun. So she needs a bunch of help, and so algebra is actually my strong suit. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I got this. How to calculate slope hasn't changed in 100 years. When I was trying to help her with like elementary school math, they completely, this new math, they changed the way they actually teach it, and it's pretty cool the way they break it down into like number groups if that's the way your brain works, which is fine. right? But now we're in Rise Over Run. We're in, Y equals MX plus B. We're in my wheelhouse. So I'm pretty excited about this and that. But she's also reading this really interesting but like depressing AF book. It's called Refugee. I don't know if you've heard this. It's told from the perspective of three like middle school age kids. One of them is escaping Nazi Germany. One of them is escaping Cuba during Castro's reign, and then the other one is escaping Syria in 2015.
Hmm.
And it's a tough series of reads. It's good because you're developing empathy and realizing that like this is happening all over the world all the time right now, and it's an important thing and it's written in an appropriate way for like the middle school age group, but it is yeah, I'm not, obviously I haven't read it all, but like when she comes home and she has chapters she has to finish up, we'll listen to it on Audible. Um, but yeah, and then yeah, and she's doing a history project on the American Revolution, so we have been listening to a lot of Hamilton. And I was like, oh, that's a perfect idea for what she should do her project on. But it was after she had already started. But I was like, she should do a like what's actually historically accurate in the Hamilton musical and what's not actually historically accurate. I think that would be like a cool
The
tie-in because you
singing.
still have to do research.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
Hamilton could talk that fast.
he might have been able to. You never know. But yeah, no, he wasn't exactly a rapper, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oddly
So
enough,
just
he
kind of
did rhyme all of his words when talking to people. It was strange.
It's true.
Anyway, but I mean, yeah. So, but no, I wasn't gonna suggest that because she had already started, and it's hard enough to get her going with stuff for school in the first place. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of that. But we have managed to watch some TV, movie, etc. So we finished Fallout.
Yep.
Finally, yep,
Mhm.
and
Finally.
that was pretty good. We just finished that. I just like zoned out on that and then wanted to get back to it, and that was pretty good. There's some good kind of moral quandaries going on. Like, what do you do, right? My dad is evil, but he's my dad, kind of, stuff. And um, yeah, and then
If
just
my
like
kids had a nickel. Hmm.
the technology. But I always really liked that world of like it was frozen in that time period, and then obviously progress post apocalypse. I think like a lot of times we always set our apocalypse in the modern times, and so is I
Apocalypse.
enjoy like the setting of that and the
Apocalypse.
technology and all that is pretty cool. So you all had finished watching that a while ago, or Carol,
Oh
did you
yeah,
also watch
months.
Fallout?
I am behind on watching it, but I don't mind if we
What?
talk about it. I
Oh
am.
wow.
I'm behind
Yeah,
on
it's okay.
watching a lot
It's
of
hard to keep up
Oh,
TV
with
did you
the
play the
shows. You
shows.
just
games?
had the Academy Awards and everything. Yeah, so you've
We
been
are
busy.
playing the game, yes.
Oh well, there you go.
Oh, well, there you go. And then we also watched, and I highly, highly enjoyed Starfleet Academy.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yes.
yo.
Really liked it. It had just the right amount of heart, just the right amount of like twist. It
Mm.
felt very Star Trek to me
Very Star Trek.
in a
Hmm.
lot of ways. It was Tig Notaro. Is that how you say her name?
Tignataro.
Mm-hmm.
Nataro.
Nataro.
She
Natara.
um, is wonderful in everything that she does. I thought all the kids were great. I loved the ending. I thought that was very typically Starfleet. Somebody's always on trial. There's always at least one episode, right, where humanity is put on trial or the Federation is put on trial. But it was just in the way like they used all of the kids like skill sets in order to achieve
Hmm.
success. Plus, kind of that like definition of what it doesn't need to be sentient. That they've explored throughout all of those years with Data and also like the holographic doctor and then Sam. And I just really, really, really enjoyed that
And
show.
Giamatti, he was a
Oh yeah.
beast
So
in
good.
that. Oh my gosh.
So good. Right. And then that whole like, yeah, what if your whole fundamental life view was based on a lie? Oh, yeah.
I do have
Ooh.
to say this was his last run when she was on trial. I was like, okay, that's a bit too much. Like I'm 3 days from retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she was talking about the pilot of the ship that got
True. She did
killed.
that did get laid on a little bit thick. And I was like,
He had just left the party with his favorite cake.
And I
and I
also
was
want
like,
to
cool,
say,
they were
if
really
you did, I also want to say, if you don't like the show, that's fine. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm really tired of haters spamming fan boards and fan message
Mm.
boards with hate. Just
Because guys, here's a tip. You say you don't care. But if you're actually talking about it
Yeah.
and trying
Yeah.
to get people's attention, you obviously care. So shut the hell
Look, we get it. They can't all be Enterprise.
up. It's been a long road.
No. Getting there from here to there.
Oh,
The only way that would have been better is if they had Creed sing it.
Yeah.
We also, I finally, this all my geeky speak is the whole segment should be called Terry finally watched. I saw Sinners,
Yes,
and
finally.
wow,
Yes.
definitely worthy of his Best Actor award and all of that. It was just,
Should have gotten two of them.
just the cinema, yeah, just the cinematography and like the feel and the vibe of it. You know,
Gorgeous.
like, horror movies just don't get the attention they deserve, and this one was so well done.
But in fairness, most horror movies suck lately. They're cookie cutter, the same old, same old.
I will
Look.
say 2 of them won acting awards.
Yes,
in
what I'm
this
saying.
Oscar,
Yes,
so-
we have to give credit because the Academy acknowledged 2 acting roles in horror movies.
What was the other one?
Amy
Weapons
Madigan.
got best supporting
Amy
actress,
Madigan got best
Yeah.
supporting.
Oh, that's
actress
right.
in
That's
Weapons.
right. Very cool.
which I have on my list, and we're going to talk about that a bit. But I won't try to give it away because that's another movie someone needs to watch. I won't name names.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's on my list.
Oh, her too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
Which I'm surprised I haven't because it's directed by Zach Krieg, one of the guys from Whitest Kids you know.
Right? Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't lead with that, so yeah. I do like Ways, you know. And then we've watched like one episode of we didn't really talk about Sinners, but I feel like you talked about it before, but it was just really, really cool. And I think also too the immersion into the historical fiction of it too was really well done, you know, and like how many more years are we going to be able to make like movies with those like old timey cars for real? Like at some point, right? Are we going to like recreate those old timey cars? I mean, I don't
I
know.
am.
Well, you know somebody is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, you're 100% right. It's like, we're doing a period piece. Quick, somebody get the Honda Accord. Over there. Like,
Quick, bring forth the Ford Pinto.
In the original Xbox.
Hey kids, they've announced that officially the Nintendo system, whose name I don't say, the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 are now officially retro games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Technically, anything coming from the year 2000 is considered vintage
Wow.
because it's
And
25
we watched
years.
we watched an episode of Top Chef that has started back up, and that's always
Yeah.
fun. It's like the only like reality competition kind of show that we watch, and that's pretty fun. I can't tell you much about. Oh, they're in North Carolina though this year.
They're in North
Started
Carolina. Yeah.
They started in Charlotte and
Yep.
did some stuff with the Raceway, and then they did something with sweet potatoes. Oh, we lost Carol.
Oh,
Carol
Cass
really,
did it.
really,
God
really
damn.
does not like sweet potatoes.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
It was
Didn't
a
realize there were so
sweet
many
potato
different
challenge.
varieties. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I didn't know that. North Carolina. I mean, they'll have to do barbecue at some point, maybe Brunswick stew, something like that. I don't know.
No. And in
back.
fairness, their sweet potato challenge involved the different types of sweet potatoes, which not a lot of people know that there are varieties.
No,
Huh.
I was like, the orange ones? Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, they are.
The ones that go good with marshmallows and french fries. Yeah. Shouldn't work, but it does. So,
Mm.
And
Oh,
then,
that's sweetest.
yeah. I haven't had a lot of time to do a ton of geeky stuff because like work has been nuts. Like the project that I've been on for almost 3 years went live on Monday, and it is just there's defects and there's issue resolution and there's communications and there's website updates and I'm actually like working very hard, and I do not usually work very hard. So I'm like getting up early and getting on the computer and actually working a whole full day till the end of the day, and I don't like it. But it will slow down at some point again, but I am
It's
legitimately
poopy
working
fine.
hard and
Poopy
not
fine.
enjoying it. But it's okay. It's just like when you're not in charge and then it gets done in a way that is just so hard and it makes more work and upset like pain for you, then it's like ugh,
Story
like-
of my life.
right? And I'm just kind of like, and also just the last thing really, I'm not just going to vent about my job, and I normally do really like it. But my role is very nebulous, right? Everybody has like, I am the communication specialist or I am the training content developer. Mine is like business process analyst. And a lot of times that works in my advantage because I can kind of make it be whatever I want it to be, right? If I feel like doing some data analytics, I'll, get into that. If I want to do stakeholder engagement, I'll jump over to there. So now though, when everything is hitting the fan, they're like, we don't know who's going to do this. So you can do it. So I'm like, want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. They designed this whole issue resolution system, but they didn't include any components where they actually tell people what the resolutions are for the issues. You're supposed to report them. We're not going to tell you what happened.
Freaking devs, man.
I know. So Anyway, yeah, it's like pros and cons of like this world, this corporate kind of software adjacent programs kind of world, and it's got its pros and cons, but for the most part, mostly good. And I work with good and cool people, but it's just kind of like I am very ready for it to be like several weeks from now. And the weather will be nicer and yeah. And then it's I don't know that it's particularly geeky, but we supported women's sports. Melody and I went to go see the Washington Spirit, our favorite professional football team in football, soccer, women's in the they play in Washington DC and they did not win their first game, but they played really well. And then we also went up there for like we've been to DC a lot lately. We went to a like a fan they did like a fan appreciation preseason event and it was actually really cool. I don't know if you've ever heard of there's a company it's called Passion for Ezra because I think Ezra was like is like their kid or they were fundraising for their kid. I
They love
haven't
Ezra
heard,
Miller.
but what they the Kelsey brothers when they played against each other in the Super Bowl where their mom had that custom jersey
Hmm.
that was half of one and the other that was made by this company and they're based out of Maryland and they've done a bunch of really Simone Biles has this really cool like jacket that was made out of like her husband's jerseys and stuff. So it's like sports like fashion. And so they had all of the athletes, not everyone on the team, but the ones who wanted to do that, do like a fashion show. And what she had done was taken their new jersey kit for this year and adapted it into like put some sleeves on it and made it into a jacket. Like kind of cut it and like interspersed it with denim. It was really, really cool. So, and then they also had the players come out and like do
Hmm.
like talks and lifestyle talks is what they call them, but like interviews essentially. And there were photo ops and there was merch and it was a really cool event.
I was
So,
actually going to go with that company for some stuff, but then I found a different one, and they were just better than Ezra.
No, and I came back for that.
He did. He waited.
actually-
He
that
waited
was
for
great.
you also.
Mm.
Couldn't handle
Well, you know what? That has been my geekiest week.
it. Yeah.
Well, I'll go next.
I
just
probably
in case
forgot
I'm
like 80 things. Yeah.
Good.
all the way again. So my big thing is I went to RecCon, which was a
Yay!
lovely little convention in Cary, North Carolina,
Yep.
where I didn't do a heck of a lot because my life has been chaos and I neglected to sign up for a whole bunch of panels. But I got to hang out with people, and that includes having a drink with Podcasting's Rich Siegfried, which is like the first
Nice.
time we've been
I went to a
real
thing.
life?
together like in 6 years.
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
haven't seen you in forever, dude. In real life, are you coming to RavenCon?
Not sure. The thing is me going to Retcon was kind of a big thing. And so it was good, but I don't know if I'm ready for more than just like a couple hour visit.
It is a lot. I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
staying in a hotel and just being around a lot of people, but everybody has just missed you very much. So I know that you will choose to do the thing that is right for you, but just know that when it is right for you to like make your full triumphant return, we will be ready.
And I appreciate that. I really do. That is something that has helped with, it's only like big event agoraphobia. I mean, I can go to the grocery store or, go into the office twice a week, even though I don't want to. And only occasionally is it just too much that I'm like, nope, I'm just going to call in sick and not go in this day. But yeah, things are better than they were, but I'm still working on it,
Yeah, and I don't think that it'll be interesting to see like studies on kind of some of these long-term effects of the pandemic, not just like
Yeah.
physical and but the psychological kind of toll that it took on us. Every now and then I'll be in I was at like a bar and there were a ton of people around and it was kind of loud and noisy and I had a moment of like this feels like wrong and weird, right? But that was just like left over and embedded from that time period. So
Well, in all honesty, I mean, we there's a lot of people that have to deal with basically a form of PTSD with it. Now, is it as bad as, of course, war? No, not even close. But there are some similarities because the entire world was locked down. We didn't know what was going on. At one point in time, it was that if you didn't wipe down your groceries, it is entirely possible you could have died. And that was a thing. And then, with all the numbnuts that were running around, not getting vaccinated, not even wearing masks, it's just like, the loss of faith in humanity. It was also a big deal for me. And so there are a lot of things involving all of that contending with, to be able to get out there. But
Well,
honestly,
your convention, like we started with Carol talking about Retcon, and
Mhm.
I'm sorry we hijacked your geeky week, but
Yep.
and while there are certainly of all kinds at conventions, I do generally find them to be full of relatively like-minded individuals. When it comes to taking care of each other and being kind and all of that. So
yeah.
not always the same politics, but like similar. You can't really like the fandom that we all enjoy and actually be the bad guy. I don't think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
You're
I
speaking to a
think
former
so.
member of the 501st. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I literally have an Imperial on one of my arms and Imperial tattoos. I mean,
I know that's but it's like it's not
Yes,
that
I
you
know.
believe that the Empire is how it should be. It's fiction. It's fun. I don't know.
No. He doesn't want safety rails on anything.
yeah, exactly. No. The thing that I have, I don't have any issue with the Empire, with all the fascistic things, with all of the bigotry that they have with the alien species, but where I draw the line at no safety rails around these mass.
These like hits going into the engines. Yeah.
Come on, people.
TV wise, I've been watching Starfleet Academy, of course, and enjoying it a lot.
So good.
And then watching The Pit, which I'm also enjoying a lot. I just don't recommend it if you're squeamish.
Okay.
And then it was a gear up toward the Oscars, which I did as a live stream on our friend Oh Hi Mark stream. So I watched a butt ton of movies, including One Battle After Another, which is fine, not my favorite. Paul Thomas Anderson.
I've heard a few people say the same thing. Like,
It's fine. I found every character to be a trope or a stereotype, and I think that's kind of the thing. It's they're supposed to be, but it's fine.
I'm good.
Oh wait, hold on a second, Carol. That's all movies involving the Oscars. I thought when you were talking about like your Oscar watching thing was just like Oscar Isaacs and while you were eating like bologna
Well,
and
I watch him a lot.
Oscar
as well.
Nunez.
No, she watched that Stallone flick.
Yeah, Oscar. Yeah.
Oh
Good
my
movie.
God,
It's a good movie.
love that, Mr. Provolone. God, I love that movie. I haven't seen it forever.
good.
It's so good.
So good.
And I watched Blue Moon because Ethan Hawke was nominated, and that's very good. He's actually quite good in that. I watched The Secret Agent, which is also a very good movie. You have to pay very close attention to, and everyone looks like they need a shower. Sentimental Value, which is a really great family drama. Marty Supreme. I'm just not a Safdie Brothers fan. I hated Uncut Gems, and I hated.
Oh, okay.
So there's something. I get it. I understand it's well acted. I understand it's well made. Not for me. I hated both.
He's just a dick.
He is.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And all of their characters
enough of
are.
that in my real life. I don't need that in
Yeah.
my fiction.
And then I finished up the animated movies that I hadn't seen. Arco, which is pleasant. Little Amelie, or the character of Rain, which was my favorite of the bunch, but I knew it wasn't going to win. And Zootopia 2, which is really good too. But K-pop Demon Hunters, I knew that one was going to win that one pretty easily.
Yep.
Then I finished up with Song Sung Blue because Kate Hudson was nominated for Best Actress, and I don't know why, because that film was cheesy as all hell. Or maybe it's just because I don't like Neil
But apparently,
Diamond.
so our almost teenager K-pop Demon Hunters is cringe now. Like she'll still sort of sing along if the song comes on in the mix. But I suggested that maybe she might want to wear her costume that we spent a lot of money and time on at RavenCon and maybe get a couple of friends. And she was like, looked at me as if I had suggested that she walk in there naked. I was like, okay, sorry. She's like, yeah, no, that's for little
I mean,
kids.
does she know the song?
Okay.
Does she know the song won an Oscar? Maybe that'll bring.
She does. I told her all about it. She was very happy for them, and maybe she might get back into it when the sequel comes out. But she was very like, she liked it last summer, right? And was kind of ahead of the curve. She was one of the first kids that I knew that knew about it.
Mhm.
And then, no, it's over. It went the way of 6-7, thankfully.
Okay, and then I did live stream the Oscars with Oh Hi Mark, and I got 19 of 24 of my
19 of
predictions
24.
right.
Wow.
Very
Curious
good.
thing, because I was giving my prediction and then what I would choose in that category. And in the live action shorts, they were actually really all good short films.
Yeah.
And my prediction was The Singers, which is this film about a bunch of drunks in a bar and they have a singing contest and they're all just like primo singers,
Wow.
one after the other.
That's funny.
But my choice personally was Two People Exchanging Saliva, which is this futuristic film where kissing is punishable by death and you pay for things by slapping people in the face. It's a weird film and I loved it.
Okay.
Do they explain what the
Carol.
do they explain what the 3 seashells are?
And those two tied. That was the tie.
It's funny.
So
Wow.
Between your choice and the winner, that's funny.
And the winner. So yes, that was we had the first tie and
Still counts.
Since I think 2013 or something like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And that's been my geeky speak.
Yay.
Yes. Well, as Carol mentioned, I went to Retcon thanks to her and me getting my 2 GPSs mixed up between the one on my phone and the one on my car. But yeah, I went and it was good for me.
You saw, you conquered.
Yeah. It was just really nice seeing a bunch of people that I hadn't seen for a while, and yeah, just felt good. I look forward to at some point in time being back in the mix. Not as much as I used to be, but definitely back in the mix. Let's see here. The Starfleet Academy was just so good. Just genuinely good. And I don't care if people don't think it's Star Trekky enough. You know, what is? None of the series, all of the series ended up diverging from each other in some way, shape, or form.
None of these people have watched the animated series. They can get it.
Yeah, also true.
I have the tricorder.
Or the movies. You know, all the movies went in different directions and stuff like that. Star Trek is whatever they want it to be. And I'm enjoying the hell out of Starfleet Academy.
And I don't care that there's a gay Klingon in a skirt.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't effing matter.
I just want them to figure out a way for it not to seem and look like everything he says is 80 yard. I need it to seem like it's actually coming out of his face at that moment.
It's not a problem I've had, sir.
It's something.
Say,
good.
Yeah, his vocals need a little work.
The voice is great, and look, that's going to be a tough one that you could probably only do low or quiet without straining too much. But it just annoys me. It's the same thing like in any movie, show, whatever, and they have a musical number. And the person's singing, and they might be so close to the person, and instead of singing in a whisper like they would, they're singing like this, you know, and it would be like blowing their eardrums out because they're inches away. That always annoyed me watching it. But
Look,
honestly,
Brian Blessed took those jobs for a reason.
These are a few of my favorite.
Alex Falcone, I think is his name. I don't remember we talked about this before. And he has this whole series like, is it a scam, and all these different things. And he's really funny, like he's a funny comedian. And he had this thing, and I've lost it already. But he was talking about how we can't really hear dialogue anymore, especially when we're at home. And he said it's a combination of like people have not great speakers at home. I know we have like better speakers at our home, but also like they're not doing as much like sound re-recording because it costs money, you know. And so sometimes they've gone away from boom mics and to almost exclusively lapel mics. So characters aren't really like projecting like they were, or actors aren't really like projecting. So it was this whole kind of like treatise on like why it really is true that you can't really hear dialogue in movies anymore. And so you can't theater because they have the surround sound. But yeah,
it's the same thing. Whenever there's a character who is they're just speaking very quietly because they're very intense, very passionate about the thing that they're talking about, and the person that they're talking to is on the other side of the room. There is no way they can hear them, or there's engine noises, or there's bird sounds, or whatever like that.
They have subtitles.
Breaks you out of it.
Yes,
it breaks you out of the moment.
It breaks me out of the thing because I always want to make the joke like, "What? I can't."
Right.
I don't know what could you speak up or something? I know that you're like really, like, I know it's scary and it seems really important what you're saying just by what I'm reading on your face, but I can't hear. Yeah, but no, honestly, it's a dumb little quibble, but that show is fantastic. And I look forward to every episode when it comes out. And even if they don't get a second season, which I know that they already got it locked in, I would have been fine with the way that ended. You know,
it did end in a very nice.
Yeah.
I love a satisfying ending. Like if there's a TV show that isn't all the way out yet, and I don't, you know what I mean? Like I'll be like, does it have a good ending? Because I need a good ending. And I thought that really was.
Burned by Carnival, man.
Carnival, yeah.
HBO. God, HBO.
Yes.
My quibble with Starfleet Academy is I need their tuning hems to line up because that's really just an eyesore.
But it's the future, Carol. That's why they're doing that. It's the future. We don't need that thing. We don't have. Maybe if they had money, maybe if they still used money, then they would be able to even out. But by the way,
I can't remember the character's name who looks different and he's masking to look like a humanoid and he's like one of the core central characters, like the guy that
the douchebag guy. Yeah.
Why, when he was back at his home planet, was everybody looking human? I understand it was probably the budget of the show, but like, I know, but that was one of those things that kind of pulled me out of it. Like, why would they be doing that? They're not.
They had their friends and stuff with them, so you know.
But
it was her ceremony. Yeah, it was wrong.
One of my favorite things of Starfleet, honestly, Academy has been Stephen Colbert's announcements and the through line of the story with the whatever that fly was.
Yes.
Like in every episode there was something. Yes, and it's in the replicator now, and it's mating with itself. I freaking loved it. I loved it. And actually, speaking of shows, coming in after they've done their thing, but then coming in the middle of a season 2, Paradise.
Thank you.
I remember people had been telling me about it. No.
Very close to getting her to watch the first episode.
Billy was telling me a lot about it, and Carol told me a lot about it, and it wasn't until recently that I just got into it, and oh my God, it's so good. Oh, she just popped back in.
She did. So are you in the second season?
What's that? Yeah, I'm in second season, all caught up.
Okay, so when they leave and over and done, I need to tell you my crazy theory. We're not talking about it. What?
No, I think that there's something coming up. Yeah, I think I know certain things, what they might be, but again, I don't care if I'm wrong. They have built and put enough credit in the bank that whatever they're coming up with is gonna be good.
I love this show.
Well, and one of the I am not surprised at all that I love the show, because the dude who created the show, Dan Fogelman, is the same guy who made The Neighbors and Gallivant, which I love both of those shows, which is why Timothy Odmanson shut up. No, he wasn't. But he's so good. When it comes to video games, well, Sea of Thieves screwed the pooch. So Fallout 76 did as well with the most recent update, but then they fixed it with another update. So yay. Warframe is a lot of fun still. And then I'm still enjoying the hell out of Palia, because that is just a delightfully cozy good time. And and I have a chicken now, apparently.
Nice.
My neighbor, his chicken hopped over onto his fence and then over to my fence, and he tried to catch it, and it went underneath the porch and didn't want to come out. And so I've been slowly making friends with it, so that way I might be able to catch it and return it back to him, because that chicken apparently is a gift for his mother. He's from the Congo, and that's some cultural thing. So I'm just doing what I can to get the chicken back to them. And let me tell you, there's this stuff that apparently is this chicken crack. It's dried mealyworms, and that thing loves it. And so that is what, just kind of sprinkling it out and stuff like that, that is what's been leading him to, or her, to slowly becoming friends with me.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's a little
Don't
weird.
get attached.
No, God, no. I want that chicken gone, because I'm tired. Oh, no, yeah. I would. That's why I named it Omelet. It's fine. All right, and that has been my Geeky Sweep.
Cool. So comics, I just read this new comic today, Bleeding Hearts. DC has made a zombie comic. The zombies talk, and apparently their overall zombie world, they're finding it harder and harder to find people who are still alive. So I have no idea where this is going. Not at all, but yeah, I'll check another one out. The Absolute Wonder Woman annual is fantastic because she gets to meet, talk to, and help Medusa. So there you go.
Nice.
That's good. That's good. End of Life is a brand new comic as well. There is a hitman. Everyone's out to get him, so he goes to the one place no one should be able to find him, and that's back home, with his dad who wants to kill him anyway. In fact, it's very great because Dad walks in with a gun, and his kid's behind him going, "See, I knew you were going to do that." And his dad's like, "Well, either pull the trigger or come down to breakfast." Ooh, I can do breakfast. So, that was fun. I also read this thing called The Nice House by the Lake. Don't know how I missed it when it first came out, but this is a very weird comic that is very interesting. There's this guy who's been friends with some people ever since college, and he's friends with some, people he's made, newer friends, whatever. And he invites 10 of them to this house for this nice little party. Except this party is a place for them to all stay alive while his alien overlords decimate the rest of our planet. So, yeah, it's a little strange. It's a little strange. Watching stuff, hey, I found another South Korean show, so you got to read subtitles, Rich. But it's called Killing Vote. And Killing Vote is about this streamer, because South Korea loves doing shows about streamers. A streamer who's got like a white mask with like just the two basic boring eye holes in the mouth, but he's got two dog ears on the side because he's the watchdog. Because he comes on the air and tells everyone who wants to participate, if you don't want to participate, press the button in the top corner there. But you've got 1 hour to vote. This person got out of jail. This person escaped justice because they're rich, because of some kind of technicality, what the hell ever. This person should die. He presents the case, and you've got 1 hour to vote. Should this person die or not? And if you vote yes, then he kills them. And it becomes a very interesting story, much deeper than you think it's going to be as it goes along. And I quite enjoyed that. And then I'm 2 episodes into another South Korean show, Rich, so you can read the subtitles. It's called Phantom Lawyer. And it's called Phantom Lawyer because it's a lawyer who sees ghosts. Turns out the office he's got, they put up this shitty wallpaper that keeps coming down, and there's a painting behind it and this piece of paper which lets the ghost come back, and he can see them. No one else can. So you got a lawyer solving crimes with the help of ghosts. It's a little odd, but I'm willing to still go with it.
If somebody's murdered, can you talk to their ghost?
He can, yeah.
Find out who killed him?
He can, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, cool. So it's like
Be convenient.
it's like Pushing Daisies meets Franklin and Bash meets that movie with Bronson Pinchot.
He literally sent the ghost to go spy on somebody to get some information. So
That seems like that's not going to be admissible in court.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
he's got ways. The next episode of DTF St. Louis came on, and they're basically now, through the questing with police and everything, they're basically showing you the entire season. Because the first episode is, the beginning, and then the death of David Harbour is the season finale, if you will, I suppose. And now we're getting the story of the entire season through all the flashbacks to what was actually going on. David Harbour's wife, played by Linda Cardellini. Right. Yeah. There's a real chance that maybe she's the one who murdered her husband.
Bum, bum, bum.
We're going to find out. I just started watching a show called Rooster.
Big guy?
This stars Steve Carell as an author, and his main character is Rooster, a super, hyper, tough guy. As he says, I make beach books. You go to the beach, you're not paying attention, and you just scroll through, and every now and again, someone gets shot in the head, kind of thing. And he goes to visit his daughter at college. His daughter teaches at this college, and her husband just broke up, so he's going to visit.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for this. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But while there, he does a reading for the class, and the university president, not the dean, the university president, John C. McGinley, would like Steve Carell to be their writer in residence. John C. McGinley, who every day spends 15 minutes in his sauna, immediately followed by the ice plunge in his bathtub. And that's what keeps him living longer. Yeah. It's It is an awkwardly weird little funny show. And Pete Dunsworth, I think his name is, the guy who played Jamie Tart in Ted Lasso.
Yes.
He is his daughter's husband who just split up with her. So there's that.
It's so funny. You mentioned John C. McGinley, and when you were saying that, I was like, wait, like, for some reason, my brain went to John C. Reilly. So I was just like, yeah, man, I really want to get in this hot jump punch, you know?
Now, I imagine that the Dean is going to have more time later, but he was really only in the first episode for a moment. But the Dean is played by Alan Ruck. And yes, that's Cameron from Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. Oh, neat.
Season 2 of Monarch is back. I think I told you that. We're up to episode 3 now. There's monsters, there's King Kong, there's stuff. It's ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun. I like it.
When does Dr. Girlfriend show up?
Got Paradise written down because I am completely caught up into season 2.
Yes.
There are people who are having problems with season 2, and I'm like, folks, look, I don't know what your problem is. You got to let it go. This show was freaking awesome, and I've got a crazy theory to tell you afterwards because I don't want to spoil things for her.
Okay, yeah.
If you take Mel to soccer and then you sit in the car and watch the show, you can watch Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
And you know what? If you get yourself a hamburger with cheese on it.
Oh, God, shut up. And last thing on my list, I also watched the movie Weapons. And I am ashamed of myself for not watching this earlier. I absolutely love this film. This is the one you might know. This is the one where all the kids got up at 2:17 in the morning and ran out of the house and disappeared. And Weapons is probably the worst name for this movie ever, considering what this movie actually is. And I love this movie. It does this wonderful thing where it gives you that, and then it gives you each character what happened to them on that day. So you see each character's version, so you get the whole story of the movie by seeing the different characters, how they experienced it.
Now,
that's just a fascinating way of doing it.
Is that a Rashomon?
It is kind of a Rashomon thing, yes.
Okay.
Except for everyone having a different version of the story. It's just the story itself unfolds. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
what happens to them that day.
It's Rashomon adjacent kind of thing. If you will.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is I figured it out. I'm good with horror movies. I usually am. But one of my more outlandish theories as to what was going on is what happened. And I love that because the movie kind of surprised me quite a bit. There were several times in this movie where I went, what the hell is going on right now? And if a movie can do that, kudos. You've done something and you've done it well. So yeah, that... Oh, I guess I should tell you that I played the Virtual Boy stuff on the Switch too. Yeah, it was a terrible system. There's a reason for that.
The wonderful Billy looked at what Chad and Abby are up to now. If you know what TV show they're on this week, you could win yourself a prize. It's your Further Adventures of Chad and Abby update.
Chad's family has moved from Cali to New York, so for him to feel like he's fitting in, he joins the basketball team. But the new school's not going that good, and he could fail English, have to go to summer school. So Chad's like, should I cheat on the exam? And Stefan's like, look, we get this A-smart student guy over here to listen in on the questions and project the answers onto a wall so we can see it. But Chad goes the honorable route and gets a respectable C. Good job, Chad. Stefan knows his and Chad's school ties will ensure they stay on the straight and narrow. Chad is like, I'm working on my science project and will walk the miracle mile to get it done. They are simply living exceptional gloamings, superior orbits, transcendent pilgrimages. Hashtag Chabby. Forever.
Don't you have a letter to read or something?
See, Carol, that's why I cut part of it out. See how that worked? Hi, geeks. Holidays? Good grief. Yes, I always identify with Charlie Brown. How far behind did Antenna Pod let me get? Okay, I'm guessing you were talking about Stranger Things, of which I've seen maybe one episode because I've completely lost how to find schedules on my local TV channels. Thanks for warning me that Peacemaker isn't just funny. I think it is. Some people don't. I won't name names, but I'm pointing. And no black people? Well, for this one episode, yes. That would leave me only watching the people who were mean to me in grade school. No thanks. Thanks for the warning. Flinstress, I'm so with you on Random Recall. Look, I haven't seen Knives Out, but I did like Glass Onion. How could you watch the sequel? And suddenly, for me, you're talking about Stephen King and walking kids being shot? Scroll. Okay, it's The Long Walk. Okay, don't get attached to anyone. Thanks for the warning. Okay, fine. Roofman. I've heard of that. Could be fun. The Cabbage Patch Kid jokes are funny. Maybe I need to watch so I have more idea what lies sound like. Thanks for the warning about the repetitiveness of the Susan Cabot documentary. I don't remember us talking about that at all.
I did.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That sounds like something you would do. On the other hand, I love You Must Remember This. Karina Longworth uses the promise of juicy details to lure listeners, and then she's the gentlest and most respectful any could be about the Hollywood people she discusses, and I love that. She's far, far better than she could get away with. When she advertises a possible low road, she takes the high road. GRD fans, please give her a listen. She also does great research on her subject. You'll love her writing and her voice. The boring series was the documentaries, not the You Must Remember This podcast. Pluribus sounds well done, and not for me. Y'all enjoy, I won't. Yuck, you're yum. Oh, and Welcome to Derry is connected with It, and I want to do It for babies. Part of my ruining what you love occasional comic strips. In my version, Pennywise, the evil clown in the storm drains, hands out kittens. Kid, this will ruin your life. This kitten is incredibly needy and will cling to you in the worst way. The kittens are really just full of love, and Pennywise is capable of understanding that. So watching him get bitch slapped by a black man would almost be worth it for me. It really is. It's good. Oh, and Rich, I can't afford to do anything else either. My Pixel 3a hasn't had a security update in over 2 years, so I don't have any cash or banking apps on my phone. No risk there. Wait, what? Rich, in which show was Colin Ferguson doing comedy? Warehouse 13? I may have seen an episode of that, or at least watched a panel discussion with its actors over DragonCon TV, which made me want more. And I'd really like to see that discussion.
Eureka.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was Eureka.
He was
That
from,
discussion
yeah,
of
originally.
beliefs.
Mhm.
Which episode is that discussion of beliefs set in, please? And really, Billy, you didn't expect Harley Quinn to beat Zatanna? No, I didn't. I thought Zatanna. I only wish Zatanna got more respect. Yes. Isn't Harley more popular with animated series, live action movies being hotter? Yes. I would have wanted a more even fight, but if I had to predict who would win, I'd have said Harley for the sales reasons. I'm glad fighting games and sports games are getting good games. I'm still going to take over 2,000, maybe 4,000 more hours to play through the rest of Sid Meier's Civilization 6. Good job about being careful who gets your money directly. You signaled that the franchises are still popular, will be muted by their bottom line. Because of my extreme AD&D, not Dungeons and Dragons, it took being stuck at home and able to draw, game, watch TV, and I finally opened up my Transformers My Little Pony crossover, which is so good. It's got some clever humor. It does. I don't know who the pony in the suit is, who complains about a comic book, then wants to buy another one, but whatever. Thank you for sending it as my prize. What, like a year ago? Yeah, year and a half ago, yeah. Well, all the pages files are from 19 August 2020. Extreme ADD just totally messes up with me sometimes. I need to watch the videos of the raccoon. I like the Sly Cooper joke. The Muppet Trek podcast will love the return of one of their favorite shows. Been enjoying their podcast for over a year. They've continued into TNG and Fraggle Rock. Syrup shoes. Someone has a worse idea than relying absolutely perfect plumbing for water cooling of computers. Yes, I wish I didn't know the real reason. The men's restroom floors get sticky. It's not syrup. I just Googled Denny's Sticky Kicks and posted the page link to one of my janitor co-workers. I already had heard research that found people can keep their hands in ice water longer if they're cussing, and I'm not surprised there's a performance boost. Thanks for the word. Thanks for telling me that hilarious clip is from Bubba Hotep. I've seen it and don't recall that part, and that is from Bill. Well, Bill, you're welcome. Everything we were able to do. And we had very few things where you got left out by us, so apparently we labeled a bunch of our stuff correctly. Go us.
I absolutely adore the idea of advanced deficit disorder where you have to, where you roll for focus. I mean, that just.
All right, roll for attention.
What?
My Adderall is now a negative.
Hey, geeky people. I don't care if it is just a comic. A Last Starfighter sequel is long overdue. And we're getting a Firefly animated show without Joss Whedon? What did we do to earn this gift? Oh, and Chad and Abby are on Bustin' Loose. Why the hell anyone thought a TV show of a Richard Pryor movie was a good idea, or why the hell you would get Jimmy Walker as a stand-in for Richard Pryor is beyond, well, pretty much everyone. I promise I will be back for more Jackbox. Is it weird that I watch it later on YouTube? That is from Jamie. Well, no, Jamie, because that counts as views. And views are good. Yes, last week Chad and Abby were on Bustin' Loose, which was a Richard Pryor film that became a sitcom with Jimmy Walker in the Richard Pryor role. I don't remember who else is in it, but I'm sure it was funny. But yes, Firefly animated show, that was what I was hoping for.
Well, there goes my news story.
I'm pretty sure everybody knew about it, but giving it a little bit more detail will be nice.
We'll talk about it more, and that's completely fine. If you'd like to drop us a note, it's podcast at geekradiodaily.com, or of course a voicemail text message. You can use the magic numbers of
510 GRD crew.
See, I thought Carol would just naturally go into it again since she did last week. No? Okay.
No, that's Terry's
Thanks for
thing.
covering Carol.
It's Terry's thing.
Look, dude, 2 girls. Come on, man. 2 girls. Thanks, sir.
I don't have $1 million.
Boys, girls, girls and friends beyond the binary. I'm Matricula, a birthday clown for all ages that are 18 and up. Join me around the campfire to sing songs full of youthful nostalgia like The Magic and Save a Horse, Ride a Time Lord. I also host the Nasty Woman Knitting Circle, where we knit cozies and other items for charity fundraisers. Catch me live on twitch.tv/METRICULA. See you there.
It's Thursday night, and the podcast calmly explains planetary takeover logistics using a felt tip marker and theatrical sincerity. Come play Jackbox with Geek Radio Daily on Friday, and maybe Flynn will unveil a doomsday plan written entirely in block letters.
Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Hey kids, welcome back.
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
Geek News!
Let's take a look at the world from a geeky point of view.
A live-action TV series based on the Hitman video game franchise has officially been scrapped after years in development. Originally announced in 2017 for Hulu, the project had Derek Kolstad attached as writer and executive producer. Now, of course, I've been waiting for this longer than it takes for an NPC to step on a perfectly placed rubber duck and falling over a railing. But anyway, Kolstad recently confirmed the show is dead in the water, expressing disappointment that despite scripts being written, the project never moved into production. He noted that getting a series made requires more than a screenplay, and ultimately nothing progressed beyond development. So many wasted banana peels in pre-production. The Hitman franchise, centered on the assassin Agent 47, has seen multiple attempts at adaptation, including 2 poorly received but enjoyable films. The canceled series marks another failed attempt to bring the stealth-focused games known for their strategy, dark humor, and creative assassinations to live-action television. Look, it isn't hard to make a show about this. Have a serious-as-hell antagonist, but feature zany kills like in Zombieland or Hot Fuzz. Instant hits! Whatever. Guess I'll just go back, continue working on my Smoking Aces and La Femme Nikita crossover fanfic. Huh. Does Milton Bradley still have the rights to Mousetrap?
Well, speaking of television shows and, our mailbox, fans of the cult sci-fi series Firefly are celebrating after star Nathan Fillion revealed that the show may be returning in an animated format.
Ooh.
Take it.
The series, created by Josh Whedon, has legions of fans, despite the fact that it was canceled back in 2003 after running for just 1 season. It only ever featured 14 episodes, and we didn't even see half of those on television.
Nope.
So a spin-off
And
movie,
all out of order.
Serenity, was released in 2005. Yeah, completely out of order, so you couldn't understand a thing. The show followed a renegade crew on a small battered spacecraft called Serenity as they roamed unknown parts of the galaxy while on the run from authorities and trying to dodge warring factions. Now Fillion, who played Captain Malcolm Reynolds on the show, has shared the good tidings with sci-fi lovers, breaking the news on Instagram in a short video featuring many of the original Firefly cast. As of this moment, the word is out, we're going to try to bring back Firefly. And this time we're going to animate it. Guys, bringing back Firefly. Crazy or not, said Fillion. Fellow cast members, including Joel Strait and Gina Torres, then gave their opinions as to whether or not the plan was crazy. Now, to do this, we need Joss's blessing, and I got it, says Fillion. We would also need to retain the rights from 20th Century Fox and Disney, and they got excited and they said yes, said Fillion, adding that the team already has a script that animation firm Shadow Machine, which won an Oscar for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, is working on.
Ooh.
The last place we need is a home, and for that we need you, urging Instagram users to engage with the post in order to create a buzz around the campaign and revive the show. I'm asking you what we've always done, keep Firefly flying. Fillion's request definitely seemed to work, as the post was liked more than 900,000 times since it was published. The announcement was met with huge applause, after which Fillion directed the crowd and anyone watching online to interact with the news on social media. Several news outlets have reached out to Joss Whedon for comment, but so far nothing, not that we give a crap what he thinks. So yeah, we get Firefly back, maybe, sorta. Somebody give it a home, come on.
I
Now,
know.
look,
Don't be
Let's
dumb.
do
Don't
it.
be dumb.
Look,
I've been saying for years it needs to be a animated series, so thank you for listening to me.
yes, and honestly, I think what they need to do is they need to get Alan Tudyk back, let him grow a mustache, and show up as his brother Dryer.
Right.
But like legit, I mean, I think this is fantastic. It is a shame that, we've lost one of the actors, played Bron Glass. Thank you very much. And unfortunately, we still have Adam Baldwin. But I look, his politics aside and whatnot, Jane was a fantastic character.
Yep.
And love it. And honestly, if they can just get Jane Edmondson, who I think was the person who did all the good stuff, bring her in, and if they can get some of the other members of the original team, it was fantastically written, wonderfully acted, and there's a reason why it's a cult, got a cult following, because it's so good.
Yeah, Fillion has TikToks where he goes to each of, with the exception, of course, of Ron Glass, goes to each of the other cast members, and that includes Adam Baldwin.
Mm-hmm.
So, who opens the door wearing a Jane hat? So he's game, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, they're all in.
Jane hat?
No.
Hey, Nathan.
And the one with Summer Glau was fantastic, where she's giving him the crazy eyes.
Her and Just a Jane hat is fantastic.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The real question is, and I think I made the joke when it was originally brought up, is what is the animation style going to be? Is it going to be Bruce Timm style? Is it going to be Tartakovsky style? I mean, those are going to be fantastic, just as long as it's not whatever current Adult Swim BS is being pushed out.
I would be interested if they go the Pinocchio style, if they did Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Wow, that would be
actually
something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, that was actually really good animation.
Okay, cool.
What was it?
Actually won Best Animated Feature.
Was it CG or was it like traditional animation?
No, it was CG.
Yeah.
They don't
Come on,
do
man.
that anymore.
It's a modern movie. Come on.
Well, I mean, if they do the CG like K-pop Demon Hunters, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
draws anymore. I tried to write 10 thank you notes at work the other day, and my hand was cramping up. When was the last time I've actually written anything with a pen? Yeah. But anyway, speaking of kind of like animation, this sort of connects a little bit, and a big kind of business deal went down. You may or may not have heard this. So, the company who makes Pokemon Go, Niantic, who you may even remember back from like Ingress and all of that, sells Pokemon Go to Scopely. And if you don't know Scopely, they're the owners of Monopoly Go, Stumble Guys, Marvel Strike Force, $3.5 billion for their games business. And the company behind, AR titles like Pokemon Go, Pikmin, Bloom, and Monster Hunter. Now everyone, it's Pokemon Go, whatever. But so then also their social companion apps that they have, that's Campfire and Wayfarer, and its live experience operations are now in the Scopely fold as well. They'll have an additional $350 million in cash for a total Niantic shareholder value of $3.85 billion. And of course they're saying, oh, the transition is going to be fine. We have extensive roadmaps to transition this, and I won't say that Pokemon Go will remain the same because it has always been a work in progress, but how we create and evolve will remain unchanged. And I hope we can make the experience even better for all of you. As in, like, probably, in-game purchases and stuff, because that's how these things work.
Yep, they're biting the player base.
Yeah. Now, of course, what is Niantic going to do with all this money? You guessed it. They're going to spin off a geospatial AI business.
Sure.
The geospatial part sounds kind of interesting. It's a new company, Niantic Spatial. It's a lot of the same people who were involved in Niantic in the first place. Because if you think about it, Ingress and then Pokemon Go was really very groundbreaking when it came to augmented reality and mapping and like the way that we interact with our physical space and the overlay of that. There's definitely some opportunities, to kind of envision what's next from all these super creative people who came up with it in the first place. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. Now, interesting though, Niantic did keep Ingress. They did not let them have Ingress, only Pokemon Go. The only other like real kind of issue with this is, what about your data? right? Like your privacy data about how you walk around and you go to all these different places. And of course, they're like, well, first of all, we don't even keep it for that long. Like your precise location data is purged like minutes after whatever, whatever. But they also do
Yeah.
keep other data online, and they say that it's only going to be kept on US servers, and they say that it's going to be protected. But the one of the parent companies of Scopely is, well, actually, it's a wholly owned subsidiary of Saudi and Arabian company Savvy Games, and Savvy Games is owned by the Saudi Arabian government public investment fund. And in its 2024 World Report, Human Rights Watch described their government as egregious and highlighted their infiltration of social media like X, um, to monitor and target activists and political dissidents. So, if you're playing, I don't even know if Pokemon Go works in the Middle East, but you may want to stop doing that because you don't want to catch them all and then you get caught yourself. So,
And that's what
um,
that's why they're buying it for, is that technology.
yeah. And so, yeah, it's just kind of like, this is something, I mean, they literally still have thousands of people playing this. I mean, no, sorry, more than 20 million weekly active players
Wow.
across 190 countries and regions. It's a top 10 mobile game every year since 2016. I mean, this is a ridiculously popular game that just got bought by what seems like, even though they're an independent, nothing to do with those bad guys who own them, purchase. So this is an interesting one to keep an eye on. It's definitely, if you're a proponent of kind of, data privacy, that you may have a problem with this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And understand there's going to be a lot more purchases like this. Most of the Saudi countries, they're running out of oil, so that's why they're transitioning to more of a tourist slash crypto slash anything other than oil, because those kinds of resources are not renewable. But once they're gone, and they're starting to run out. That's just a simple reality of it. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of the countries and whatnot doing this kind of stuff, where if they can purchase any of the user data and whatnot, they will. And, I was a big proponent of, get TikTok off your phone because it's basically Chinese malware. And a lot of people be like, well, okay, so they get my information. So what? So do US companies. A US company has your personal data. If they do anything with it, we at least have a way to get that back. We can sue those companies. We can do those things. Information on another server, can't do anything with. And also just understand that Russia recently, they shut off Telegram because and highly restricted and limited it because a lot of their soldiers were actually getting the information out about how the Ukrainians were whipping their butt. And they would, and a lot of the mill bloggers and people there that were getting the information out to Russian citizens with the truth about the stuff versus the propaganda. Unfortunately, that they were communicating that way. Also, Russian soldiers were communicating strategically with each other via Telegram.
At least it wasn't a group text.
Yeah, exactly. But understand that they felt it was so much more important to keep the information out than keep people accurately knowledgeable about what's going on. So that's something that any of the countries that own some of our servers and stuff like that, digital stuff, it's stuff that can happen. So just be wary. And that's why certainly as things go on, it is more and more important to find out where some of our favorite stuff that collects our data and stuff like that is actually living at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, Billy Flynn.
Well, for decades, many people have had the unfortunate phone number that everybody knows. 867-5309.
It's Jenny.
Yes, Tommy Two-Tone song Jenny. People long complained about drunken people calling them up looking for a good time, but now, if you call music's most famous phone number, Jenny's not going to answer. But a cancer support expert will. Huh? Tried to call you before, but I lost my nerve. The number, 867-5309, made famous by Tommy Two-Tone's 1981 hit, is now a hotline.
Code. You have to put in the area code.
Stop and let me talk. I'm telling a story.
Yeah.
is now a hotline for people impacted by cancer. I have some family members who are struggling with cancer. Tommy Two-Tone Singer, because he was not a person, he was a band. Tommy, he's his name. He says he's also dealing with minor skin cancer, and he's teamed up with the cancer support community and Gilda's Club, started in honor of the late actress Gilda Radner, died of ovarian cancer in 1989, for a new campaign. Anyone who dials the numbers made famous by the enduring smash hit 8675309 will be able to chat with professionals no matter where you are in the country.
Oh, that's cool.
Because now every 8675309 goes to cancer professionals, and they can give you something you can hold on to. CSC CEO Sally Werner says anyone impacted by cancer can call to receive immediate support, trusted information, and personalized guidance from trained specialists at Cancer Support Center. Heath says he hopes that when someone is depressed and confused, they'll go, hey, I'll call 867-5309. Somebody's waiting there to help me, and I hope they smile at that point. I know you think I'm like the ones before. I need to make you mine. The helpline is free and staffed by trained professionals experienced in supporting individuals impacted by cancer. They are skilled in listening, resource navigation, and compassionate support. Many callers say the helpline helped them feel heard, informed, and less alone. It often becomes a lifeline during one of the most difficult moments in someone's life. For more information on the campaign, created in partnership with the health marketing agency Click Health, just go to csc8675309.com. For the price of a dime, who can you turn to? Professionals. Have cancer. GRD is licensed creative commons attribution, non-commercial, non-derivative works, not safe, super low. Come check us out on Facebook and on Twitter. Stop by the website at geekradiodaily.com. And hey, I keep forgetting, but don't forget, we're also on, Outworld Fleet Radio.
Oh, that's right.
Cheryl the Cat Show is also on Outworld Fleet Radio. If Rich ever decided to do something with his life again, he'd be on it too. I know. He's got things to do and the whatnot. If you'd like to...
I have tickets to see Project Hail Mary on Saturday. So there will be a new film review going.
Really want to see
that? Oh, I read that book and I forgot to talk about it on my Geek.
Oh my God! Well, jot yourself a note.
Next time.
Leave us a note at podcast at geekradiodaily.com. You can send us a voicemail or text message at the magic numbers of
510 GRD Brew.
Not quite the same, but yeah, we will see you when we do see you, and that's how that will work.
Right now, I wish I could crawl in the hole and pull it in after me.
Good night, suckers. Oh, God, look at this place. Like a museum of failure.
Hi, I'm Madeline Hayes, and this is David Addison.
Right. And we'd just like to take a minute or two before the show starts to welcome you back to another season of Moonlighting.
That's right. That's wrong.
Wait a
I don't know why I'm
second.
here. I don't know what I'm doing here.
You're here because we're welcoming people back to another season.
Ha.
You're here because the network wants us to welcome the viewers
Double
back.
ha.
You're here because Lou told you to do
Say it. We can say it. The network says tonight's show is too short. The network says every show has to be 1 hour long, not 59 minutes, not 61 minutes, 60 minutes long, and we're a minute short.
Great, now the whole world knows. Mr. Thermopolis,
And do you know
Mr.
why
Ehrlich,
we're a
I'm
minute
very
short?
Karen, get my
Maybe
agent on the
talk
phone,
better.
please. Not
You
because
slow
I'm
down
talking
once in a
fast,
while.
because
Maybe
you're
we can
talking
have
when I'm
another laugh
talking.
in now. That's it. I've had
That's it. If the producers
want
want to welcome the viewers
back,
back,
they
let
can do
them
it
do it
themselves.
Cut.
Funny.
How's that?
Sorry, Sybil. Sorry, Bruce. Too short.
Too short. You know why, don't you?
Don't even think
'Cause you
about
talk too
blaming
fast.
soulmates. Not because I'm talking too fast, because you're talking
Start
when
the
I'm
show.
talking. Start the show?
Start the show.
Welcome back.
God, I loved Moonlighting so much.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Was it Bruce Willis's birthday?
Yes. So my intro was from Hudson Hawk. Thank you.
That's what I thought.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. It's much like Fort Fairlane. That's a movie I enjoy that not a lot of people truly appreciate.
Mm-hmm. Accurate.
Did either of you read Project Hail Mary?
I have.
I really, really enjoyed it. I cannot wait to go see it. I know we have a soccer tournament this weekend. I don't see us seeing it this weekend, but I want to see it so badly. Did you enjoy the book?
Oh yeah, yeah. I liked
I
The
hope they
Martian
do
a little bit more, but
yeah.
I am eager to see Rocky.
Right. Have you seen like the promotions they've been doing with him and Ryan Gosling? I think that's I think Ryan Gosling was the perfect casting choice for him. Like I just think it is going to be awesome. I hope they do and I don't know, it's my type of thing, but whenever they do a book adaptation, I just want to see the actual book come to life on screen. Don't change anything, just do it just like it was in the story because it was so good. Just put it on the screen. So we'll see. I don't. Yeah, I don't think hopefully I'll be able to get to it before the next time we do the show, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Oh, I hope you really have a good time. And I hope that we were at least entertaining enough to, just kind of take your mind off of things. We love you, Carol.
Has the stream stopped?
Wow, you sold me on that.
I love you.
You
back.
totally
I love
sold
you
me
back.
on that.
You're tired, sweetie.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I had a long day too.
I stopped streaming after her reaction.
No, you didn't.
I'm kidding. I'm stopping the stream now, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you later.